In this video we're going to have a look at finding the original quantity given that there's been a percentage increase or decrease. A large crate of apples currently weighs 75 kgs. This was a 25% increase on the weight of the crate the day before. What was the weight of the apples in the crate the day before? So we're going to use number lines to do these problems, and the first thing we want to put on the number line is 100%. So 100% refers to the original value, which we don't know, so we're just going to put a box there, and we don't know what that is, but we're going to work that out. What we do know is that 75 kgs is what the crate of apples currently weighs, and it says that this was a 25% increase on the weight of the crate the day before. So the original weight had a 25% increase added to it. So what we're looking at is the 125% includes the 100% plus the 25% increase, and that's what we currently have. So 75 kgs is the increased weight. So whatever this weight is here, whatever that weight was, it has been increased by 25% to give us 75 kgs. So what we're looking for now are some numbers such that we can find out what 100% is. So if I've got 125% and I've got 75 kgs, I can see that both of those two numbers are nicely divisible by 5. So if I divide 125 by 5, I will get 25%. And I must also divide 75 kgs by 5 as well. So 75 divided by 5 gives me 15. So 15 kgs is the same as 25%. And now I can see that 25% up to 100%, just need to multiply that by 4. So 15 kgs I also multiply by 4, and that gives me 60 kgs. So the original weight, or I should say yesterday's or the day before, so yesterday's weight is equal to 60 kgs. Right, let's have a look at the next problem. After a 10% increase in his weekly wage, Joe now gets $462 per week. What was his wage before the increase? Okay, so he gets a 10% increase in his weekly wage. So what was his wage before? Well, we don't know what it was, so let's just place a box there. But what we do know is that that was his original wage, and we call that the 100% amount. Because there's been an increase in his wage, this is referring to his original wage. He had a 10% increase, which means we're looking at 110% of his original wage, which we now know is 462. So $462 per week is his new wage, and that amount was after he got a 10% increase. So let's manipulate these numbers a wee bit. We've got 110%. I can divide that by 11. If I divide that by 11, I will get 10%. So 462, can I also divide that by 11? So 11 times what is equal to 462? Well, if I do 11 times, let's say 40, 4 times 11 is 44. Therefore, 40 times 11 will give me 440. So I need, that's close to 462, so I need an extra 22, which is the same as 2 times 11, so 2 more lots of 11. So if I multiply 11 by 42, then that will give me 462, which means 462 divided by 11 will give me 42. So $42 is the same as 10% of, 10% of the original amount is the same as $42. Now to get to 100%, that 10% I'm going to multiply by 10, which means I also do the same for $42. So 42 times 10 will give me $420. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Perhaps you could pause the video at this point and have a go at this one here. How'd you go with that one? Let's have a look at a number line. So we've got, I paid $270 in total. So I'm just going to put it somewhere on the line here. So $270 is what I paid. I need to work out what the original price was. There was a huge 60% sale on. So what I paid for the duvet inner and cover is way less than what it actually was. So the actual amount would be way up here. Okay, so a whole lot more. 60% sale is quite a big percentage that is taken off the original prices, and which is what we're trying to find. So remember that the original price is always the 100% amount. So 100% will give us the original value, which is what we're trying to find. If there is a 60% sale on, that means I'm taking 60% off. So in effect, I'm actually finding a reduced percentage of the original amount. So 100% minus 60% will give me 40%. So 40% is what I actually paid. So 40% of the original amount is what I actually paid, which was $270. So to work out what the 100% was, I could easily just halve this. So halve 40% will give me 20. And then if I have $270, I will get $135, which means now all I need to do is multiply 20% by 5. Okay, multiply that by 5 to give me 100%, which means I also multiply 135 by 5. So that will give me 500. Then 30 times 5 is 150. 5 times 5 is 25. So end up with 675. So original price, oops, dollar sign's already there, $675 would have been the retail price for both those two items. Okay, this last question, have a go at it. Pause the video now, and then I'll have the answers up in a few seconds. How'd you go with that one? Let's have a look at this one here. So a number line, and we've got 1188 somewhere on it. So just pop that there. So it says he paid 1188 in order to get the 12% discount. So this amount here that he paid was a discounted price, which means that the original price is much more than that. So I'm going to place the original price here, and we know that the original price is 100%. The 12% discount means that if we subtract 12% from 100%, we will get 88%. So this means that he paid 88% of the original amount. So he's paying a reduced amount. So if we look at these two numbers here, so $1,188 and 88%, that 88% is divisible by 11. So let's divide both of these numbers by 11, hoping that 1,188 would also be divisible by 11. So 88 divided by 11 will give me 8%. And then 1,188 divided by 11. So another way I could think of that is 11 times what will give me 1,188. Well, to get up to into the thousands, I know that at least 11 times 100 is the same as 1100, and I know that 88, so 88 is the same as 11 times 8. So I need to add 8 more 11s in a sense. So what I need to multiply 11 by would be 108. So 11 times 108 will give me 1,188, which means if I divide 1,188 by 11, okay, so dividing by 11, that will give me $108. So 88 divided by 11 will give me 8%. Then $1,188 divided by 11 also will give me $108. Now that still doesn't quite help me get to 100%, but I can see that I can have 8% as well as $108. So half of 8 is 4%. Half of 108 is $54. Now I can jump up to 100%. So 4% times 25 will give me 100%, and $54 also times 25 will give me 100%, will give me the original amount, should I say. So 54 times 25 is the same as 50 times 25 plus 4 times 25. So 5 times 25 will give me 125. So 50 times 25, just put a 0 there, and 4 times 25 is 100. So 1250 plus 100 gives me 1,350.